How y'all doing, folks? I'm Ned from Ned's Tech Bits, otherwise known as your friendly neighborhood basement dweller. Don't worry, ma'am, I am from the internet. Today we're checking out Popular Science 1968. We're starting out with a bit of retrofuturism imagery on the front, checking out the engine, pulling the stuff out. Damn it if I know exactly what part that is. It doesn't even look like any kind of engine that I recognize. Is that where the cylinders are? Man, even cars have changed so much. In the last 50 years, I can still remember Mom flooding the engine of her car and having to come in and cursing and swearing and then having to. Was the gas frozen? No, she had to get antifreeze. She had to go and buy a bottle of antifreeze for some reason or other. I don't even know what the frick that was about. Yeah, she had to put the antifreeze into the car, and if she flooded the car, that means she had to wait. And cars aren't like that anymore. You don't have to um, you don't have to worry about flooding them anymore. Man, that is interesting. How many staple gun advertisements we have. Such advertisements for super mundane thing that we wouldn't even bother advertising anymore. Instead of advertising glue, what would probably happen is we would, or the glue manufacturers would try to pay money to have the, oh, I love a good battery advertisement. Yeah, sorry, these days, instead of advertising to the user, they would make sure that their product was front and center at all times on the shelf. It would be about product placement more than anything. Man, I love these little. I don't even know what the hell that is. This painted plans with. Oh, it's a silent engine. I love these little kits. I love mechanical kits. Tom's confused by how refrigerators work. I'm just going to hang on this one for a sec and let y'all take it in because there's some beauty about these old magazines and comic books. Going to them and just checking out the advertisements like this, the black and white spray and pray kind of things. Okay, let's get a closer look. What do we got over here? Transistor tape recorder. Man, the transistors apparently, it's the transistors that you're not allowed, made it so you're not allowed to have electronics turned on when you're going up in airplanes because transistors have brought airplanes down before. 8mm movie cam for 550. That is pretty good. Walkie-talkies. Those things have always been popular, eh? Compact three-wheel car. It makes insurance a lot less, but damn, it'll put your kill-death ratio down. And we get a Jeep. Man, great surplus buys. Man, back in the day, you used to be able to get great surplus things because people were going to war and we needed to have lots of things in surplus. And we weren't at war, we sold the surplus. I want my surplus, guys. I mean, how come we don't have any surplus nukes yet? They've been around for so long, you think the price will go down in the secondary market. Okay, we got Smokey over here. Smokey knows what's going on. Apparently, he was a racer. That he's always got a cigar in his mouth. Okay, it's actually lit this time. All right, all right. Okay, so apparently this guy is legit, and I thought he was all for show, but no, he's legit. I feel like we've lost a certain kind of old school art in the organ. I mean, there's a certain kind of reality, not objective, but kind of an organ breeze is kind of thing. And literally, even before we had energy, you needed somebody behind them to operate those things. And when you're in church and you listen to an organ, it just hits a little bit different. Like bagpipes, just hit a little bit different. And at the same time, if you play it wrong, it's an abomination and you destroy everyone's brain. So right here is a very true thing. Feminists don't want to admit it, but a man's man, if they have muscle and money, women will drop their feminist thing immediately. Feminists listening here are like, oh no. I know so many feminists that as soon as they get in front of an alpha Chad with money that has the conversation thing, the feminism bleeds away and they become hee hee girls all over again. I swear this ad, the one on the right, I see it over and over again with the same things, just in different orders. I looked up that model digital computer. I'm so curious about it, but I've never found anything about it. That opaque projector, I've had one of those before. And over here, Sam finds out pretty quickly why you don't fire lasers at helicopters. Last minute news. Keep you up to date. Fastest gun in the world. And see that art ad? If I zoom in too close to it, I'm going to get demonetized. But here it is in the 1960 advertisement thing. Anyways, I think these advertisements are my favorite part of any of these old magazines. Jet racing book. This looks like so much fun. Throwing knives. Fun till your mom finds out. 15-shot BB gun. What? That's pretty interesting. That's, I really think that if Popular Mechanics existed right now, they would find ways to use Raspberry Pis or these little super little boards to create Team Fortress 2 type gun systems. Century systems, sorry. I want one. I can't even describe how much I want one of these. A jet engine. I want to get a giant tricycle, put 2 jet engines on it, and just send her down the street. I always used to joke when I was little bit about doing that. That frickin' vacuum is large and in charge, eh? A lot of the vacuums that we have these days are completely maintainable. A lot of the vacuums that we had from the 70s still work. A lot of times we just get sick of them and move on, or we can't get the replacement parts for them. The Retro repairs put us in a really interesting spot. And looking back on these magazines brings me back to a time when we could actually repair things. Oh, I always love the accident investigation advertisements. One of them, it was a drawn one, but it was like the woman was clearly hurt, and he was checking out the investigation, and it seemed like he hadn't even called the police or fire ambulance yet. Look at this. This guy's like, yes, I'm here to investigate this accident. Yes, she's clearly on the street, but I gotta do my job. Oh, I hate people that do that. Not my job. Even if you get like a woman lying in the street, like walk over them. No, you've lost your humanity. You are no longer a human at that point. But seriously, this just she's right there. She's right there. And he's like, maybe I should investigate this accident. Build it yourself. Well, that was good in the 60s, but geez, if you try to do that now after 2000, frickin' Trudeau will hang ya, I bet. Copenhagen chaw. Because that's what the women like. Has anyone ever actually seen a woman with some chaw under their lip? Check it out. The new scopes. It's a red dot scope for your slingshot. Too bad it doesn't work that way. I wonder how many idiot rich people ended up dying because of these helicopters. It wasn't until the 60s that you see them starting to wear helmets or goggles while piloting these things. Yeah, it wouldn't be a good time if we didn't have some retro-futurism in here. Here it shows how we are going to communicate with satellites and stuff. And the sun. Science and mechanics works on your headache. Are you pissed off because you got a headache? You should like stay in bed, avoid the world, take pills prescribed to you, and read a lot and leave everyone alone. I'd like to see them make this. Yes, definitely. The light on the ground, that'd be alright. And oh yeah, that'd be alright. So people, we don't even know. Kids these days won't even know this problem at all. Dialing recorder. Yeah, we got that now. Transparent hose is very nice. I don't think it lasts as long as the other stuff though. It gets cloudy really quick, especially if you have oil going through it. Tube monitor TV set to identify a bad tube. Oh my goodness, that would be lovely for a tube TV. A tube TV, if you would have something that went off at the back to say what? Oh man, that would have been lovely. Geez, that'd make the thing expensive though, wouldn't it? All right, Smokey, you know how to change a tire. I'm sorry I gave you shit. I didn't know what I was talking about. So I know we don't like organs these days, but back in the day, man, I just got to tell you a quick story. I was in a secondhand store and I got Mennonites, lots of lovely Mennonites living around me. And this Mennonite man walks up to an organ with his wife and 2 kids. and he turns it on. He hits a few notes, and he just busts out playing it like Beethoven. And man, his family was proud of him, had a smile. He was just testing the thing. But to me and to some other shoppers, we just felt like an artist had just unloaded something of an opera in front of us. It was electric, but still, artistic talent, man. And there's just something to be said about artistic talent on an organ. Sorry, I probably lost all my viewers here. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Now I want to tear one of these apart. That is a lot of capacitors. Jeez, that would look cool on my wall, I think. What do you think, guys? Really good ideas that people should make. That would be a good idea. And a lunchbox that turned into a table would be a lovely idea. Link containers, soft and liquid cargo drop. Wait, you can drop liquid from without a... Huh. Now, legit, I'm surprised we haven't tried these. I wonder if they destroy the roads or the roads would destroy them, like studs, chains, right? Holy hell, that motor is huge. I want one. I go cruising on a surfboard? Yeah. Did Buddy find a German submarine? I'm going to tell myself he found a German submarine. Once again, kids, you'll never know the hell that it was to get video. Like back then, it was all exciting and we loved it. Or they loved it, I should say. But for example, these cameras, they're great unless you're inside, and then you need a light. You like need a light. If you ever watch any old reel-to-reel that were way too dark, oftentimes it was because they didn't have that light, and you wouldn't even know you needed it until you got it back, unless you basically took, unless you took a really good high school course from, like, you were in a city that had a really good course, or you went to university, or if you're out here in the Potter's ground like I am, it's just really hard to do. Check out this old set. Like, kids these days are never going to have any idea what the hell this thing is. And maybe that's better for them. Tank goes anywhere, and fast. Except for over rivers. So, I mean, it's really good that we're saving this information going forward, but at the same time, there's a lot to be said about the information that we're losing. And we definitely are losing information, and there's arts that we are losing. Man, I really want to ride on lawnmower. Like, for example, the art of making an LP. There are people trying to go back to LPs to make LPs. Oh, more power! I love it. And they're noticing they're having a lot of problems, and the people who manufacture this stuff just don't know the issues. And it takes some people who have gone from LP manufacturing places to new places, just the employees, to tell them some of the stuff that they're doing wrong. And these employees definitely aren't given more money for it. Like, for example, one of the vats that carry some of the chemicals you need to make it, one of the employees who came from another factory said, hey, you got to put these things on their sides, and you can't use all the way down to the bottom because the stuff at the bottom has the nasty stuff that'll screw with your stuff. And they're like, oh, okay. Okay. My dad's the same way with cooking oil. He likes to take cooking oil and run his car off of them. He's got this old VW. Man, he's one of these guys that would read one of these and get like true manly information from it. Not me, just kind of browsing it as a tech guy, getting what I can out of it and admiring the old school. Let's face it, we're moving away. We're moving away from this old stuff, and we're moving towards something else that seems to have no respect for this old stuff. But as a new guy, I like to look at these magazines and at least appreciate. And sometimes I learn from some of the shit that people catch me on. I love to talk shop in these places. I love to see how technology and society changed. When this was created, it was not possible for you to grape your wife in Canada. That law only came around in the 70s. Like, a lot has changed. Yeah. Gonna make life easy. Oh, no. Oh, you're in shit now, son. You made mom mad. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Dad figured things out. Figured things out. Yep. Patriarchy. It's the patriarchy. And on the back, we have Mercury outboard motor. There's just something so perfect and natural about a man being out on the lake with a boat and a fishing rod. It just makes everything seem so much nice. I think a lake is better with a guy on a boat in a fishing rod. I think I would trust that more. Oh man, I wish. Oh, I wish. I wish life had been a bit different for me and I had the ability to mess with this stuff. That's just how things go. Man, I need to get out more. Have a good one, folks. Take care of each other. That's Popular Science, 1968.